Okay, Steve, good morning. I'm going to attempt to make a short video of how to tie this fly. Please keep this to yourself. I actually got this from Mike, and I don't think he wants it spread around. I tie him on a Gamakatsu size 2, which we're going to bend in a bend back fashion. And this is kind of more or less the final result. This particular one is tied without a weed guard and without weight, but those are some variations you might want to consider. I'll try to go along the best I can with it. It will not be anything near professional quality, but hopefully it'll show you the basics. Thanks. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is grab the hook at the eye with a pair of pliers, about maybe a quarter of an inch or so up from the end of the eye. I'm going to take a second pair of pliers. I'm going to put about a 20-degree bend in it. I can't show you that because I don't have enough hands and I don't have a tripod. Okay, here's the hook with the little bend in it. This will give us that bend back action. Okay, the other materials I use is this gold flashabou material to make the tail, a clump of brown marabou. I use this red part for the egg case or spawning case or whatever you might want to call it. And I wrap the body with this gold diamond tinsel braid material. I like to use this black monocord or whatever it's called. It's a nylon type material. It's really strong. I don't break it too much when I'm tying. That's why I like to use it. And that's basically what we've got to work with. And I'm going to try to do this and tie it for you in sequence. We'll see how it goes. I've never tried to do this, so we'll just have to see. So put the hook, of course, in the hook holder. Like so. I like to make the bent part more or less parallel to the work surface. Start with the cord or with the tie wrap. Okay, let's try again. We're going to wrap this all the way down like so, about to where the point of the hook is. Then we're going to come back up to the eye. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this unique hair material. We're going to take a clump of this out, whatever looks appropriate to you, and then we're going to even that up with some scissors. If I can have some scissors, it'll cut. We're going to even that, and some scissors that won't drop on the floor. We'll even this up and take a piece about maybe this size. It's not all that critical. So if I can get it in one piece here for you, Steve. Then we're going to cut that. I got to get some new scissors or sharpen these or something. Nothing wants to cut today. Okay, so now we've got our sort of little tail piece here. And our tail piece, what we want to do with him is come up here and tie him right on the hook like so. So bring our thread back. We'll have like this much sticking out. And we want to bring that back and incorporate this red all the way to the back. Kind of get that on there more or less even. I hope you can see this. I'm going to tie that down like so. Okay. Well, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come with the pearl diamond braid in gold. We're going to tie that in I should have left this back there. It's been a while since I've tied one of these, as you can see. Trim this up a little bit if my scissors will cut. Bring this back to here. And we're going to just tie this one in back here in the back. And then bring that thread back to the front. And then we're going to just palmer this on like so. Should have brought my thread holder around. We'll wrap this around the hook. Give it a gold body. All the way up to the eye area. Now we're going to take our thread and we're going to just incorporate this in to the rest of the fly, like so, and cut that off, and there's what we got. So we might want to come back and trim this red part a little bit more here in just a minute. Okay, move these materials. I'll clean those up in a minute. And the next thing we want to do is we want to come in now with our underbody of the marabou. Now, how much of this to use, I don't know. You're probably much better at looking at proportions and things than I am. We want to just give it a little motion in the water. To me, that's a plenty. About right there. So we'll come over here and we'll get rid of this excess. Like so. I like to wet this a little bit. So it's a little bit easier to handle. Tie it with that longer part toward the top, although I don't think it really makes that much difference. And then we're going to tie this bad boy down like so. We're going to get him in there. Try to get all the excess back so we don't foul the mouth of or the eye of the hook too much. Wrap that in. So we got that. And then the last real part of the fly is this is a flashabou. And I'm afraid that I have a tendency to put too much flashabou. I don't know how much to put exactly. I don't know that it makes all that much difference, but maybe something like that. And come back and trim the flashabou off. And we're going to lay the flashabou right on top of this, and we're going to wrap that on like so. And really, that's basically the fly right there. I like to build up a head on it. At this point, really, you can fish this fly just like it is. There's a couple of things that you can do with it. If you wish, you can add a weed guard, which I kind of recommend, really. You can also, if you want, before you put the stuff on, you can put a wrap of fine lead wire on it. If it's a real weedy or grassy where you're fishing, which that'll help get the fly on down. But really, it's fishable just like it sits right this instant, if you want to do that. Okay, I'm going to try again with the weed guard. Take the weed guard, take the flattened part, lay it up on top, and tie that in like so. Like Steve, you are obviously much more of an expert tyer than I am, so I don't need to tell you how to do all this stuff, but this is just the way I try to do it. Maybe you can teach me something better next time I see you. But anyway, I try to stand it up again with a few wraps behind it. Like so. There's, if you can see it, but there's the tip of the of the fly right there. I mean of the point of the hook. We'll come back around and get that all out of there. Okay, so we got that in, and that doesn't look too awful bad. I mean, I think it'll work. It's not going to win any beauty contest at all. But here we go. Now she's up in there. There's a point of the hook right at the tip of my fingernail. So might as well tie this off. I'm not real good at tying this with my fingers. For some reason I haven't quite gotten the feel of tying this with my fingers. I do a lot better. Well, usually do a lot better with the Mattarelli. I'll wrap that on there. Like so. Now, as I said, you can fish it just like it is. But I'll tell you one thing I would like to do. I don't know if you like this stuff or use it, but I've become a fan of this clear cure goo material. Let me almost pause video for a second. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. And what we're gonna do with this stuff, I like to put this on there because it helps, makes it pretty head, plus it helps hold that weed guard on. Just apply just a little bit of this stuff, trying to keep it out, of course, of everything that wants to get in the middle of it, and it makes a nice head on your fly, and it does help secure the weed guard. If you put that stuff on, try not to get it everywhere because it is messy, and then to set it, keep rotating it, and as you rotate, hit it with this UV light, and this will immediately harden it, like so. This is a new form. It's supposed to be tack free. The stuff I had before, I'd have to, when I finish this part, I would have to add clear nail polish over it and let that dry so it wouldn't be sticky. But this is supposed to dry tack free, and that should be enough UV exposure. And basically that's it. The only other thing I do now is come back, decide where I'm going to put cut my weed guard off. There's our hook tip, so I'd probably cut it about maybe there. So let's see if these pair of scissors here will work. We'll cut our weed guard like so, and then we'll take it out, and now you can see the fly. I'll probably come back and trim these pieces so they're a little bit more even. I like them to be a little even back here, and there we have it. That fly usually works quite well. I've caught quite a number of redfish on it. You can get fancy if you want and dot some little eyes on there, things like that, which I've done, but this is just to give you a concept. I'm sure what you're going to produce will be way better than what I've produced. This is just a quick and dirty, just to show you the basics of the fly. Okay, thanks a lot, and I hope I didn't embarrass myself too bad making this.